Good day, everyone. Welcome to my another pre-recorded presentation. This is Abrazin A. Carnices, and I hope you will find this session engaging and meaningful as we learn together. Today, I will be talking about curriculum indigenization. But first, let us read our learning objectives. At the end of this lesson, students will be able to K. Explain the concept, importance, and challenges of curriculum indigenization. S. Demonstrate solutions to challenges of indigenization through role-playing real-life school scenarios. A. Values and respect indigenous knowledge and traditions in education. Now let's define what is indigenization. When we say indigenization, it is the process of incorporating indigenous knowledge, perspectives, and experiences into the curriculum. It recognizes the unique cultural, historical, and social context of indigenous communities and seeks to make education more relevant, inclusive, and empowering for indigenous learners.
So why curriculum indigenization is important? By supporting indigenization, communities become more inclusive, ensuring that both indigenous and non-indigenous people learn in ways that respect native traditions. It protects cultural heritage, empowers indigenous groups, and promotes equality in society. Here are the common challenges that may face or encounter in curriculum indigenization. First is the language barriers. The possible solution of this problem is to implement mother tongue-based multilingual education or MTB-MLE, especially in early grades, or train teachers to use code switching techniques in order for the student to understand the lessons. Second is discrimination. In order to cope this problem, you can integrate values, education, and activities that promotes cultural diversity. Next is lack of resources. Since some schools in indigenous communities often lack of textbooks, learning modules, and facilities that reflect their culture, the possible solution is to encourage low-cost, context-based activities like, for example, storytelling, local crafts, nature-based learning, instead of relying on printed materials. And last is teacher training. Many teachers are not prepared to handle culturally responsive pedagogy. But the possible solution is to provide regular in-service training on indigenous culture, teaching strategies, and inclusive practices. Now let's proceed to the key features of indigenous education. First is passing knowledge through oral tradition, engaging the whole community, upholding indigenous values, learning through experiences, strengthening community ties. Now let's move on to legal support for indigenous education. In the Philippines, the 1897 Constitution and the Indigenous Peoples' Rights Act or IPRA provide legal support for indigenous education, emphasizing equal access, cultural preservation, and the right of indigenous people to establish and control their educational systems. Here are the examples of indigenous curriculum implementation of strategies at the school level. Integrating contents and activities, using the local language as the curriculum medium of instruction for several subjects, involving community folks and local teachers, developing local instructional materials and learning outside of the classroom, and last is use instructional strategies. Now let's move on to indigenous learning styles. Indigenous learning styles are rooted in culture, community, and everyday life, emphasizing experiential and hands-on learning where knowledge is gained through direct practice, observation, and imitation. Teaching is often done through oral traditions such as storytelling, songs, and proverbs, which transmit values, history, and wisdom across generations. Learning is holistic, emotional, physical, and intellectual aspects of life, while also being community-based and collaborative, focusing on cooperation rather than competition. Now let's move forward to empowering indigenous people. Through indigenization, indigenous peoples gain recognition of their cultural wisdom, the opportunity to participate in decision-making, and the confidence to sustain their way of life in harmony with modern society. Now, in conclusion, curriculum indigenization makes education more inclusive by respecting indigenous knowledge, traditions, and values. It preserves culture, empowers indigenous peoples, and promotes equality in society. Though challenges exist, strong support from schools, communities, and the government can ensure that education remains meaningful, relevant, and unifying for all. Now let's move forward to empowering indigenous people. Through indigenization, indigenous peoples gain recognition of their cultural wisdom, the opportunity to participate in decision-making, and the confidence to sustain their way of life in harmony with modern society. Now, in conclusion, curriculum indigenization makes education more inclusive by respecting indigenous knowledge, traditions, and values. It preserves culture, empowers indigenous peoples, and promotes equality in society. Though challenges exist, strong support from schools, communities, and the government can ensure that education remains meaningful, relevant, and unifying for all.